there everyone. I'll be talking about one of the 27 ways to become a better 21st century educator. And that is for me is to think. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly does it mean to think as a 21st century teacher? Well, it's more than just planning lessons or grading papers. It's about thinking beyond the classroom wall, beyond the subject matter, and even beyond traditional teaching methods. We live in a time when knowledge is everywhere. Students can search almost anything online. So, what makes our role as teachers truly special? Well, it's our ability to help students think critically, connect what they learn to the real world, and inspire them to see knowledge as something powerful and meaningful. To think beyond your classroom means to recognize that education doesn't end when the bell rings. Learning should not be confined to textbooks or lectures. It should prepare students to thrive in fast-changing, digital, and interconnected world. For example, when you're teaching history, you don't just talk about the past. You have to help students understand how history shapes current events. When you're teaching math, you show them how formulas relate to budgeting, architecture, or even data science. While in science, you connect experiments to real-world scenarios like climate change or sustainable energy. By doing this, you help students develop not only knowledge but wisdom, the ability to apply learning to real life situations. You make education come alive. But thinking beyond the classroom also applies to how we as teachers view our own roles. The 21st century educator is not just any provider of information, but we are the guides of facilitators and lifelong learners. Thinking beyond your subject means integrating skills like collaboration, communication, creativity, and to every lesson. It means asking your students to explore, to question, to create, instead of just memorize. Imagine organizing a project where your students collaborate with a class from another country through video calls or online forums. Suddenly, they're not just learning about geography or culture, they're experiencing it firsthand. That's thinking globally. You can also think beyond your classroom by connecting lessons with your community, like inviting local speakers, doing outreach program, or letting students identify problems around them so that we can propose creative solutions that might help the community. These activities help students that they can see the learners from every matter. And finally, thinking beyond means being open to technology, not as replacement for teaching, but as a bridge. Digital tools, virtual simulation, and other resources can make learning more immersive and engaging if used purposely. To truly embrace this mindset, we need to reflect regularly. How can I make my lesson more meaningful and connected to life? Am I encouraging critical and creative thinking? Am I learning and evolving as an educator? Well, the truth is, our students are growing up in a world that's very different from the one we experience. If we want them to succeed, we have to evolve with them. And that is the beginning of how we're rethinking of how we teach and how we see education itself. When we think beyond, we also show our students that curiosity never stops, that learning is not a destination but a lifelong journey. So, to wrap it all up, thinking beyond your classroom means expanding your perspective as a teacher. It means connecting lessons to real world context, embracing technology, fostering curiosity, and continuously learning alongside with your students. When we think bigger, we teach better. And when we teach better, we inspire students not to just pass tests, but to change the world.